Hola, cabrones, wait. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Current time is currently 8:18 in the morning, 8:18 Central Time. And we got step count 165. Boom! Today I'm going to be talking about a new updated financial blueprint, 1099 edition. I came up with this idea today because today, my transfer just went through, through my barber money. And because of this past new year, interest rates have declined. This step-by-step process should be updated just a little bit, so I'm doing a little bit of tweaking here and there. And I'm going to walk you guys through it about how I personally handle my finances, and I think, everybody could, I feel like anybody could learn something like this. But now, although this is 1099 edition, I truly believe that having some sort of system like this is the best way to do anything. Systems, people do not rise to the level of their goals; they fall to the level of their systems. Remember that. Remember that. But anyway, first things first. Receiving a paycheck as a 1099 employee. 1099, aka you're self-employed. This or any income or any kind of income from 1099, you should be doing this. But step 1, set money aside for taxes. So, first things first, as you are getting money from as a 1099, first things first, you got to go ahead and set aside money for taxes. Go ahead and get this step out of the way. This is very, very important. And, do some research on whatever kind of, I need to talk slower. Do some research on any kind of percentages that you kind of need for your state or city. I'm in the state of South Carolina. But anyway, self-employment tax, that's anywhere. It's 15.3%. And then you should always do like an extra, maybe like 7 to 12% extra. So in total, at least 25%. 25% aside. No matter the case. Number 2, to pay yourself. And by pay yourself, this definitely needs to be the next step, because from here we are going to move on to paying bills, paying off necessities, paying off your rent, groceries, all that stuff. People tend to definitely overcomplicate paying yourself, and I was also that kind of person. However, one thing that I will say is it's really simple to pay yourself through your own LLC. All you need to do is you need to go on your bank app, go to transfer, and transfer money out of your LLC account to your personal checking account. That is simply called an owner's draw. For me personally, I try to keep mine as consistent as possible. I try to do $600 a week. That has somewhat worked for me. Some weeks it's definitely a little harder than others. However, this is the best thing. This is the best thing to do, because once you pay yourself first, so that means all of this money is going to go to your LLC. From here, it goes to personal. And as soon as we hit that, this is where the bullshit comes in. We got bills, we got savings, we got investing, we got debt, we got rent, we got groceries. And the list goes on and 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 on. At the end of the day, bro, this is America low key. You know what I'm saying? So shit. But anyway, now that we got step 1 fully done, you officially set aside for taxes. Step 2, we officially paid yourself first. And now we're going to go to step number 3. Minimum debt payments for your debt. Go ahead and get this out of the way. The last thing that you want to do is be late on a payment, not be able to meet a payment, and then your credit score shoots. Let's say your credit card, alright, and then you got a damn student loan, let's $70. Now we're off to step number 4, and that is to automate all financial systems, or what you can. not everybody is able to automate their rent. Not everybody is able to automate their mortgage. I personally don't. I do not automate my rent payment. I probably should. As of right now, I currently only have one source of income. Like 99.5% of my money does come from cutting hair. But anyway, automate all system. And this can include water / electric, phone bill. Oh dude, this is a big one. This is a big one. Savings and investing. All of these should be automated. The reason why all these need to be automated is because, look, your savings and investing, I promise you, if those are not automated, you will not do that. You may do it for a month. You may do it for 2 months. You may do it for 2-3 paychecks. It is just so much easier to go ahead and put that on the back burner, let it do its thing. Because also, whenever you're putting, I think savings account should be a lower percentage. What I do for savings, this should be less than 10%, and this should be greater than savings. I'm gonna let you do with that information whatever you like. But automating your financial systems, that is the best. It's so nice and easy. And if you're not going to automate your electric bills, your water and electric, if you're not going to automate your phone bill, automating your savings and investing, you at least need to be doing that. You at least need to be doing that. Because so many people put this on the back burner, especially as a 1099. It's very easy to kind of skip over the savings and investings portion, because it just is. It's easy to overlook that, but I think it's not a good habit to fall into. Step number 5: set money aside for bills, groceries, gas. This is where most motherfuckers really start to kind of take L's on a lot of things, because it's hard. It does take a lot of discipline. And one thing that I really like to think of is the cognitive water bottle. Cognitive water bottle. Pretty much what that means is, from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, every decision you make, a little bit of their water bottle is getting squeezed, right? So all this water inside is just going to keep overflowing and overflowing and overflowing. Every decision you make. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to set up these systems to where you're not constantly having to make choices, constantly having to make decisions. Because every decision you make, every choice you make, you're squeezing the water bottle, and water's going to keep overflowing. And by the time it gets to 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 6 p.m., your water bottle, it's going to be damn near empty. You know what I'm saying? Getting the proper systems in place, you're going to have so much more water in your cognitive water bottle by the end of the day that, you're not going to run out of willpower, bro. Like, it doesn't even have to do with willpower anymore. It just has to do with, like, man, I'm so effing smart that I don't have to do jack. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Step number 6, invest. And this could be in a Roth, in 401k. So after all of these are done, after you already put money aside for taxes, you already paid yourself. As soon as step 2 begins, it's a whole new ball game. Step 2 begins. This is what you do. For the rest, it's your personal finance. Okay. So after you pay yourself, you're gonna pay off minimum debt payments. After that, you need to automate all your shit. After that, you need to set money aside for bills. After that, you need to invest. And keep in mind, I did not say save. I said invest. Investing does not equal savings. Remember that. So many people think that, and if you think that, you're simply uneducated, bro. You're simply uneducated. Like, I don't know a better way to put it, fam. Anyway, step number 7. This is the last one. Maybe not the last one. This is the last one I can think of. Hey, go ahead and pay off remaining debt. Okay? Once you're able to pay off the remaining debt, you're able to do whatever the hell you want. Alright? And if we want to make everything easier just so we can get a good visual for everybody, we're going to do an example. And to make everything easier, I'm going to do $1,000 a week. Obviously from here you can adjust. Alright, so first things first, man. Remember, you guys, back to the basics. You're starting off with $1,000. Go ahead and take off 25% taxes. $750 left. Alright, so after you're gonna pay yourself you currently have $562 in your personal checking, right? After you transferred everything to your checking, now you are going. Step 4 was automate systems. We're gonna go ahead and skip that shit, and then we're gonna go straight to step 5, and that is necessities. Remember that, necessities. So let's say you have to set aside $200 for rent. So now you got $362.5. They need to set aside, let's just say, 85. So this is for rent. This is for groceries. So now you got, what is that? $277.50 remaining. Then you gotta set aside some bread for gas. So now I drive a Honda Civic, bro. I get 38 miles to the gallon, so I really don't be dropping that much money on gas. So like, I'm going 35 a week, bro. $242.50. Now, after those 5 steps, currently have $242 to play with for the rest of the week. So you're gonna subtract 10% from that motherfucker. Investing. 10% is $24. So now after I invested my $24, I now have $218.50. Now we're going to put another 10% savings, so $21. Now I got $197. From there, I'm going to take, let's say, 20% of that remaining debt, baby. 197. 157 buckaroos. Whatever you for the week. And that is it, you guys. That is how you do it. That is how you put it. You put the proper systems in place as a 1099 employee. So quick rundown. As soon as you get paid, first thing you want to do, set aside for taxes. After that, you're going to pay yourself. After you pay yourself, everything is free game. First things first, pay the minimum debt payments. Then you're going to automate all your financial systems. Then you're going to set aside for bills, groceries, and gas. Then you're going to invest a small amount. From there, you're going to pay the remaining debt. Just like here, if you make $1,000 per week, this is a pretty simple equation to follow. And I got all the numbers right here. Take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of this if you like. It's literally an ideal blueprint. And yeah, man, that's how it's done. That's how you do it. Follow along for more. Thank you for watching. All my socials and everything linked down below. And, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm new to this shit, but, I'm learning. And throw yourself in the deep end. You know how it is. All right, y'all. Peace.